from the surrogate perspective, now that's very exciting because surrogate therapy means that we can do regression for one person, on one person, for somebody else who they are close to. This was still me and my team are still experimenting with this because it's very new. And this was started by a colleague who her new dog was having lots of problems. And she asked me, could you regress me for the dog? And I said, I don't know, we'll try it. And we did it, and she explored some of the dog's past lives, and the dog got better and better and better. The dog wasn't in the sessions, wasn't listening to what she was saying. It was in a different part of the house. So it can't be placebo. It can't be, the dog
Uh-huh.
heard
Uh-huh.
a
Uh-huh.
past life being discussed and she got better. And so I've certainly started doing this quite a lot nowadays with clients who have a loved one who has an issue and either is unable to work on the issue or refuses to do so. And it's very, very effective. In most cases, it helps that person to get better. Quite remarkable.
That's very interesting also.
And very exciting.
Listen,
You can imagine
exactly.
somebody has a newborn baby and the baby has some form of illness, we can't regress a baby, but mummy who loves the baby can perhaps regress back into the baby's past lives in order to heal the baby's issues. And certainly have a client in the States, a client in California who has two sons who are in the early 20s who have had a lot of emotional and personal issues. And she's done a lot of surrogate regression for them, going back into their past lives, and they have improved out of all proportion. They have got so much better in themselves. And she hasn't told them. They don't even know it's going on. But we're obviously doing it. We're not doing it to manipulate anybody. That's not right. We're only doing this if somebody is trying to help a loved one to get better. I mean, I don't think it will work for some, could we do surrogate regression to make President Trump change? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. No, that's not what this is about. That's all silliness. This is
Maybe if you can, if Ivana comes there, maybe
maybe
because
that's
there's a connection. There's a
because
connection,
there's a
right?
connection. And, this all connects to entanglement theory, entanglement theory in quantum physics. If you take an atom or I think it's an atom and split it into two and take those two elements 10,000 miles apart and you stimulate this one at exactly the same time as you stimulate this one reacts. So nobody understands how this works, but I think the surrogate regression is part of entanglement theory. I think that explains it. We don't need to know how it works. I just know that it does work.
Probably you cannot use it for like how you say hurt someone
It's
because
not
there
hurting.
seems to
No,
be some
absolutely. It's.
no.
I
It has
think
to be
it's.
like a good intention
I think
behind
this,
it,
if
right?
it's two people who are very closely connected, or two souls who are closely connected, and there's a loving connection there, I think then it works very, very well. But it's
Well,
not.
Steve,
I don't think we could use it to manipulate it.